Hey guys, this is Clinton Jeff and today we're checking out a brand new Adidas 4D sneaker. It's the Adidas 4D Fusio. Yeah, that's a weird name for sure. It's like fusion without the N. And it's yet another 4D midsole shoe from Adidas, but this one features a couple new things, including the first time that the 4D midsole features multiple colors fading into each other. But apart from that and this wacky mudguard, what else is there to this shoe? Let's check them out. The Adidas 4D Fusio is yet another running shoe from Adidas Originals that seems like it's made more for casual everyday wear, meaning you could run in these if you really want to, but I wouldn't really recommend it. The combination of that 4D midsole and that rather intricate upper makes me think that these are ideally meant to be worn just casually as a lifestyle sneaker. The Adidas 4D Fusio is priced at almost $200 in the US and dropped this January 15th globally. But we first saw photos of this silhouette as the Adidas IIM 4D. Now I'm not sure if this was a separate shoe or if it was just a special edition of the 4D Fusio, because it sure looks very similar, or maybe it's just a prototype colorway. Regardless, it was the first time that we saw this molded TPU Cupsole paired on top of the 4D technology cushioning system used on the midsole. What I happen to have over here is the launch colorway with these hits of pink, orange and white on a black base. I'm expecting that there will be more colorways of the 4D Fusio coming along soon enough, but I've only seen a leak of a black and white colorway so far. Starting from the box is your usual black Adidas 4D box, but this time around you'll see this Adidas Originals blue color square patch on the draw pull. Just to let you know that these are not Adidas performance branded shoes, but from the house of Adidas Originals instead. Coming to the shoe itself and starting with the upper, it's a sock-like Primeknit upper that feels very similar to the OG NMD or more recently the Yeezy 380. Starting from the toe box, you'll see this black Primeknit material with this haphazard detailing all throughout the upper, with this TPU plastic piping along the profile, serving both functionality as well as giving the shoe a kind of futuristic aesthetic, similar to a Y3 sneaker instead. You'll see this orange patch in the knit material on the toe box area, with this very Yeezy 350 kind of exposed stitching going halfway up the center. But apart from that, you'll also see these hits of chalk white around on the upper as well. On the medial side, you'll notice that the knit pattern on the upper changes a tiny bit, with these silver dots towards the toe, which add more support for your big toe in this area. And as you go up the shoe, you'll see these translucent TPU elements stitched onto the upper that add some structure and reinforcement to the upper, especially for the one against your little toe. But these also act as lace loops here with this hit of pink towards the center. Apart from all of this weirdness, it's a pretty regular lacing system here with these black flat laces that loop through these holes in the Primeknit, as well as the TPU lace loops. You'll notice that there's actually two more rows of eyelets in the upper below the first row, which is laced in. I'm assuming that this is so that you can lace these up even more snug, in case you would prefer how that would feel instead of the current way it's laced up. But all of these eyelets mean that you can really play around with how you lace up the 4D Fusio. Plus they make the upper even more breathable. Towards the top you'll see this little badge, which is sadly not 3M reflective, with the Adidas Trifol branding in that orangish color. And above that is the dark grey collar of the upper, which looks very similar to the one on the Yeezy 380. In fact, when you look at the 4D Fusio, the entire upper, honestly, extra eyelet holes and all, just looks like a more complicated Yeezy 380 upper. I feel like Adidas had to pull all of these translucent TPU elements around and that TPU shell around the midsole, because otherwise these shoes would have ended up looking just like a 4D version of the Yeezy 380, which is not too bad a thing actually. Coming to the inside of the shoe, the back of the shoe is somewhat rigid to help ensure heel lock with this grey panel and the Adidas Trifol branding on it in orange. Apart from that, your foot is up against that stretchy, soft, raw Primeknit material, making these very comfortable shoes to wear in terms of materials. And again, they feel just like the Yeezy 380s do on feet. At the bottom is a black insole with this grey badge with the Adidas Trifol branding printed on in this orange color. Moving on, coming to the back of the shoe, you'll see another translucent TPU element here with the same hit of pink and the Adidas Trifol branding embossed onto it. This TPU element is supposed to act as a pull tab to help you put these shoes on or take them off. And then moving towards the bottom of the shoe, Let's talk about the main attraction here, or rather the first main attraction. Surrounding the entire midsole, you will see this TPU molded cupsole, which goes around the entire base of the upper, right onto the 4D midsole. On this colorway, the cupsole starts off in this translucent color towards the toe area, and then fades into this vibrant, almost hot pink color along the shoe. On the lateral side, you'll only see the branding towards the heel area, with the Adidas Trifall logo debossed into the TPU, whereas on the medial side, you'll see the name of the sneaker embossed towards the mid panel of the TPU, saying Adidas 4D Fusio, which I guess is useful in case you forget the name of the shoe. The TPU cupsole here looks mostly aesthetic, but it actually does have some functionality elements as well. Towards the heel area, it acts as a heel cage of sorts, helping add structure to the upper in that area and helping with heel lock. And then towards the mid panel, it adds some support to the sides so that your feet don't spill over the midsole as you walk around, kind of similar to those lugs on the NMD. Apart from that, I'm not really too sure what else the cupsole helps with here. Like, I don't think it helps too much with stability, like how we saw the Boost midsole encased in TPU on the ZX2K Boost. In fact, with that 4D midsole rubbing against the TPU, I do worry about how long it'll last. Plus, it's definitely going to catch tiny rocks and dirt as you walk around on these. So I'm not really a huge fan of it, but I'm sure Adidas has done their research on this strange new TPU edition. Moving on below that, you'll see the cool lattice structure of the 3D printed Adidas 4D midsole. Now, we've seen 4D midsoles for a while now, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about them. I have a separate video on 4D midsoles that I'll link to in the description below. But just to give you the gist of it, this midsole is 3D printed from a liquid polymer that uses oxygen, lasers, light and heat to harden it up before it's pulled out of a liquid vat. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. The result is this cool lattice structure that you see, making it probably the most unique midsole out there. But what's unique with this particular shoe is that it's the first time that we are seeing multiple colors fading into each other on the 4D midsole, or rather multiple colors fusing into each other. Maybe that's where the name comes from. Now, Adidas has not actually revealed any details of how they managed to do this. I know as a casual sneaker lover, this might not seem like a huge deal, but the nerd side of me is super curious about how they managed to do this. I mean, it's possible that they just transitioned from one resin to another in the vat photopolymerization process. It looks like Carbon, the makers of the Adidas 4D midsole, seems to have found a way to automate resin switching. But whatever they did, it looks really cool. And this means we'll now start seeing even more color options and combinations in the 4D midsole. We've already seen the green 4D before. Then we saw the black 4D on the Ultra 4D OG. Then we saw the chalk white 4D with the chalk white Ultra 4D. And now here we are with this bright orange 4D with the 4D Fusio fading in from white. Alright, and then lastly, coming to the bottom of the shoe, there's a black rubber outsole and this kinda new outsole tread pattern with these lines of hard rubber and this grey panel underneath the forefoot area. There's also this orange hard rubber panel towards the heel area with the Adidas Trifall branding that adds a bright pop of color to the outsole as you walk around on these. And yeah, that's about it in terms of design. You can see that there's a lot going on with this shoe. Coming to sizing and fit, these fit a little similar to the Yeezy 380s, but not exactly. In fact, these are actually more similar to the uncaged Ultra Boost that dropped a couple of years ago. Now, Adidas sizing has always been an issue, so I definitely advise trying these out in a store first. But if you have wide feet like I do, I definitely advise sticking true to size here. Just know that you might have a little bit of extra room in the toe box area. For example, I'm a size UK 11 and I went true to size here and they fit great, at least in terms of width, but I do have a bit of unnecessary room in the toe box area. I thought it would be more snug because usually with Ultra Boosts or even with Yeezy 350 V2s, I end up going a half size up to a UK 11.5, but sizing with this one is a little weird. Alright, moving on. In terms of comfort, this is a weird one because the upper here is really comfortable. The sock-like fit, that stretchy primed material, and the breathability of the upper makes this a really comfortable shoe to wear. But then there's that 4D midsole which has been pretty controversial in the 3-stripe community. On one hand, it definitely looks cool, but then if you've ever tried on a pair of Adidas shoes with 4D before, you'll know how it's a much firmer ride than the bouncy plush feeling of Adidas Boost or Nike's React foam cushioning. The 4D midsole has a way more solid feel by comparison. It's not as reactive or responsive as Boost, but at the same time they're more softer than the flat ride on a pair of Converse Chuck Taylors or a pair of Air Jordan 1s for that matter. Also, the recent 4D midsoles seem to be softer than before, so it looks like Adidas is actually changing up the liquid polymer material depending on the shoe. And the 4D also gets more comfortable as you keep wearing the shoe and the 4D tends to break in, but it's still a firm ride. It's definitely more flexible than previous 4D midsoles from like 2 years ago. with slightly softer cushioning and even a little bit more springy than before, but these just aren't Boost levels of comfortable. So while the Adidas 4D Fusio is definitely one of the most comfortable 4D shoes so far, it's not really saying much if you're used to Boost or Nike React cushioning. I feel like Adidas should have made a Boost version of the shoe, but then it might look a bit too similar to the NMDs, or even the Yeezy 380s for that matter. Alright guys, we're all out of the way, let's take a look at the Adidas 4D Fusio on feet. Okay, you gotta admit, these shoes look great on feet. I'm a little confused by how Adidas is positioning the 4D Fusio, to be honest. I mean, I get that Adidas keeps pushing 4D shoes as running shoes, but these are definitely more meant for casual everyday wear. Admittedly, I feel like this would be a cool shoe to wear to the gym though, because of that firm 4D midsole, but they wouldn't be too comfortable for running or dance fitness or anything that requires you to move around on your feet too much. I also feel like this particular colorway can be a little bit hard to style. This shoe already has a lot going on, and then you throw orange and hot pink in there, and well, things can get a little bit crazy. Hopefully we'll see more colorways of this drop soon. But all in all, I actually really do like the Adidas 4D Fusio. Sure, it's yet another 4D shoe from Adidas, but it also happens to be one of the most comfortable 4D shoes so far. It looks really intense, and I love how you can lace these up even more snug if you prefer. But at almost $200 y'all, this is an expensive shoe, and that is the main issue with 4D. At the end of the day, the Adidas 4D Fusio is a great looking shoe, and if you're a fan of Adidas 4D, this is definitely a super comfortable shoe to pick up. Or if you're just looking for a really cool looking shoe, well, here you go. But for fans of Boost, or if you're just looking for a pair of comfortable cushioning shoes, yeah, these are not gonna work for you. Alright guys, so that's what I think about the brand new Adidas 4D Fusio. I'd love to know what you guys think about this particular shoe. And do you think that Adidas should stick to pushing out more 4D sneakers? Or is the price tag on 4D just way too high to even consider? Let me know what you think right in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to see more photos of the Adidas 4D Fusio, you can check them out on my Instagram account and maybe give me a follow at ClintonJeff. And hey, if you thought this video was helpful and you want to support the channel, don't forget to hit the like button right below and maybe subscribe, because that would be massively appreciated. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.